Okay, so in this video, we're gonna be going over how I was able to add an extra $100,000 for this e-commerce brand in just 48 hours. It's gonna be a step-by-step guide on how you can do the same so that you can scale your business profitably. So first things first, let's go over the results. In November 16, 2024, we went from selling 39K per day at a 2x ROAS, 2.45x ROAS, till 24 hours later, to making almost 100K in that day at a 4x ROAS, to then 24 hours later, making 145K in that day at a 3.71 ROAS. So in general, we went from selling 39K per day to 145K per day in just 48 hours. So the reality is that these results were achieved with what I call value-based offers. This is one of the most high impact pillars that I use to scale brands exponentially. And in this case, I was able to grow that brand from 600K per month to over 4 million per month in just 3 months and a half. If you want more information about how I was able to do that, there's a whole video that I recorded so that you can check out exactly what I did to get those insane results. So first, let me go into what was the exact offer that we used. For this brand, we used this offer that I call the gift with purchase. Essentially, what we did was we offered a free product on every order on top of $100. The product we offered was not any product. The product we offered was a product that had a low cost, but it had a really high perceived value. And it amplified the existing purchase with the purchase of this additional product that was given for free. Now, this generated a situation where the customer was getting a lot more value per dollar spent. And at the same time, because we were able to increase the average order value, we as a business were getting a lot more value from our customers because the average order value was higher, and at the same time, the conversion rate was higher. And essentially, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how you can do these types of offers where you create an environment, a situation where your customers are getting more value out of your offer, and you as well as the business are getting a lot more value from providing more value to your customers. This way you can scale your brand exponentially. So let's go into what are value-based offers. To me, a value-based offer is an offer that creates way more value to your customers while at the same time allowing you to capture a lot more value from your customers. This is one of the secrets that the biggest brands in the e-commerce world are using to scale their brands exponentially. So without further ado, let's go into the step-by-step guide on how to create value-based offers for your e-commerce store. So step number one is you need to identify what your business needs. In this case, the brand that I was able to scale, we needed to increase the average order value. Now, why did we need to increase the average order value? So that we could acquire customers at a more expensive price while being more profitable or maintaining the same profitability. Why is this important? Because as you scale, you're talking to colder and colder audiences, which means your CPA, basically your cost per purchase, will only go up. So you need to create a system that allows you to spend more to acquire each customer so that you can continue to scale. In order to understand what your business needs, use this formula called lifetime gross profit divided by customer acquisition cost, LTGP to CAC ratio. Lifetime gross profit is basically the average lifetime value minus the cost of goods sold per order. This is basically what a customer is worth to your business. Now, on the other hand, we have customer acquisition cost, which is the total of operation expenses plus any ad spend in your business. Basically, this is the price you're paying to acquire each customer. Now, because as you scale, the customer acquisition cost will go up inevitably. What you want to do is step number two, make a list of offers that might potentially increase the lifetime gross profit of your business. Some examples are the gift with purchase, incentivizing people to buy a higher average order value. Basically, this is exactly what I did for this brand. I gave away a product that had low cost but high perceived value, so people wanted to spend more on your store, and at the same time, they were getting more value out of it. Another example can be limited time or exclusive discounts for existing customers of your store. This way, you're getting people who already bought from you to come back and buy again without you having to pay for that purchase. Why? Because you can offer this via email marketing or SMS marketing, which has no cost. And again, the secret here is you want to make offers that have a low cost, but very high perceived value. This way, your customer wins and you as a business win at the same time. Here are some things that you want to take into consideration when building these offers. Number one is urgency. You want to offer these things for a limited time. This is going to drastically increase the conversion rate when you get that offer. Number two, you want to offer something that has limited availability. This way, you're adding an exclusivity element, which makes your offer more valuable. And at the same time, it gives your customers a reason to buy right now before it sells out. Number three is guarantees. If you can ensure your customers that they will achieve a desired outcome with your offer, then your offer becomes a lot more valuable. This is what Amazon does with their customers. They have an option to try before you buy. This takes out all the risk for the customer to make that transaction with Amazon. That will dramatically increase the conversion rate in your store. And lastly, exclusivity. If your offer is only given to a very exclusive group of people, then for that group of people, it becomes more valuable. And as it becomes more valuable, people are willing to spend more or buy more, meaning that your average order value or your conversion rate might go up. So once you have an offer with all these fundamentals, you want to go into step number three. Step number three is to prioritize the offers that have the most amount of impact. Now for this, it's super simple. You just need to ask yourself, which one is the most likely to increase the lifetime gross profit of your business? And at the same time, which one will have the biggest impact on the lifetime gross profit of your business? It's that simple. Step number four is to make a plan. Now, your plan should include deadlines, so a start date and an end date for your experiment. Number two, the metrics you're going to use to measure this experiment. And number three, at the end of the experiment, you want to draw a conclusion and mark it as a success or a failure. Why is this important? Because over time, you're gonna go back and see what were the successes and what were the failures on the offers you have, and you're gonna create a more profitable customer journey once you have all these learnings. Now, if you really wanna scale your brand, you need to start focusing on high impact tests. Value-based offers is one of the high impact tests, but within each e-commerce brand, there are a multitude of high impact tests, and it is your job as a business owner to start to look out for what are the highest impact tests in my business and what are the things that I can do today to increase the lifetime gross profit of my business. Remember, the more you increase the lifetime gross profit, the more you can afford to spend more to acquire a customer, and the more you can spend to acquire each customer, the more you can scale, which means the more total profit you get to keep every single month. Now, if you have a brand that you think is in a position to scale, but you just can't seem to find a way to scale it, I have two options for you. Option one, if you're a brand owner that wants to get your e-commerce brand to $1 million per month. Now, this option is usually for the brand founders that are already making at the very least $100K per month. I have a whole team that helps brands just like yours scale to millions per month. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below so that you can schedule a call with me to see if we're a good fit. Now, option two, and this is probably the majority of you guys, if you have a brand that you think is in a position to scale, but you're looking to get to $100K per month, I teach and train people on how to use my systems to get to $100K per month profitably without needing to hire any agency, freelancer, or expand your team. This way, you don't have to rely on any expensive marketing agencies that simply don't work. So if you resonated with any of these two options and you genuinely think your brand is in a position to scale, then I'm gonna leave a link in the description below so that you can schedule a call with me today to see if we are a good fit. Having said that, don't forget to subscribe as I'm sharing free information on how to grow your e-commerce brands, and see you in the next video.